Ladies and gentlemen, we are gathered here today to celebrate the union of two great concepts, the turn-based strategy game and the ancestry system. Alright, well, I'm sure they'll lead a long and prosperous life unlike this metaphor. Suffice it to say, these elements do go well together. The turn-based strategy part will feel familiar to fans of XCOM, Fire Emblem, and others of the ilk, but Double Fine keeps it fresh with a few clever wrinkles. First, the enemies aren't your standard melee range stalwarts. For example, there's the Lapse, which upon a successful attack can steal experience points and levels of your characters. Then there's the Wrinkler, which can age your characters, and in a game that takes place over a 300-year period, these heroes already have precious little time, so stealing their lifespan is downright dastardly. Next are the player characters themselves. The game is less interested in you marching your troops in and killing everything you come across, and more in positioning. You'll use stealth and debuffs to keep enemies off your back while you deal with others, knockback to stun and or drive enemies into one another, and arrows which can fire through multiple enemies at once if they're in a straight line. Maneuvering and positioning are key in Massive Chalice and really emphasize the strategy in turn-based strategy. About halfway through the game, the enemies get advanced versions, and the difficulty ramps up significantly. After this point, the battles get longer, and the somewhat limited number of enemies and encounters can bring the experience close to tedium. While the battles are good, the best part of the game is easily the overworld, where you manage a kingdom beset on all sides with enemies. Here, you will choose whether to build structures or to research new weapons, armors, and items. The primary resource being time. All of these projects take time, and normally a lot of it, so the further you get from your last fight, the more likely you'll have to go into the next battle not having completed your current project. One of the most important structures to build are keeps, each of which contains a house and its respective bloodline. Each keep has a regent, his or her partner, and their heirs, who have an amalgamation of their parents' classes, skills, and traits. Managing these families to build the classes you like with the traits you want, all while weeding out the bad ones, is certainly rewarding, but think about it too long and you veer into eugenics territory. Remembering which family specializes in which class can be daunting once you have several going, however. It might have been nice to have some control over the house names and sigils to help keep track of them all. The other structures you can build allow you to better train your heroes or to speed up research times, but assigning your heroes to them means they can no longer go into battle, so there are definitely some difficult decisions to be made. Massive Chalice is a good turn-based strategy game, and an even better management sim. At 20 to 25 hours, it may overstay its welcome for the amount of content it has, but better too much than too little.